A spectrum is the distribution of colors produced when light is dispersed by a prism. What colors we can perceive through our human eyes is called the visible spectrum. The basic building blocks of design are line, shape, form, color, and texture. Lines can be considered marks made with a pen or brush, or the edge created when two lines meet. Shape is the self-contained defined area of a geometric or organic form. Form is simply the relationship of the area occupied by one shape to that of another. Color is also called hue, and the texture is the surface quality of a shape, whether it be physically or visually. The rule of thirds is a designer's guideline which divides your picture plane into 9 separate spaces. It is used to place things where the viewer's eye will see it best. Take for example the film stills from David Fincher's film Seven. Notice the bodies of the performers are lined up accordingly with the vertical line on the right side. This directs the audience's eyes. This tool, along with the golden ratio, also called the golden rectangle, is used widely amongst various designers, artists, and filmmakers to lead the audience eye. For this exercise, we cut out various magazine clippings and arranged the pieces into a color spectrum. During this, we kept the rule of thirds in mind and lined up the contours of every cutout to create a whole image. Value is defined as the relative lightness or darkness of a color, whereas the hue is the term for the spectrum color names. Contrasting values will make some colors stand out more than others, as opposed to using closer values, which make your image appear flat. Notice the side-by-side comparison of the color image versus the black and white. In the black and white photo, the woman's jacket nearly blends into the background, whereas in the color photo it stands out much more against the background. For this exercise, we had our strengths define what colors we would choose for our color palette. We then had to attempt to figure out the values of each color and arrange it from brightest to darkest. We then scanned them in black and white to figure out the true values, and this was the result. When a composition has an object that is much different from the rest of the pattern in an image, it is called a focal point. This is where you want the visual consumer to be looking. Notice the still from Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth. It is of a main creature in the movie who sees through the eyes on the palms of its hands. The centering of this bright pink monster against a gothic style background provides an excellent example of using focal point to achieve the results you want. Take note of the similar sparks on the architecture behind. They are all pointing towards the creature, providing even more direction for the viewer's eye. For this project, we used the colors of our previous palette to attempt a composition that had the desired focal point effect. Scanning these in black and white as we did with our palette showed us which designs truly worked and which did not. Gestalt is a term used in psychology which means a unified whole. It describes how people visually organize elements into groups. The principles of the theory consist of similarity, continuation, and closure. In Steven Spielberg's Schindler's List, he makes amazing use of the Gestalt principles to drive a main theme of the entire film home. The entire movie is shot in black and white, which provides the similarity and continuation as the masses of Jewish prisoners are brought into the concentration camps. However, there is one single color used in the film, the color red on the little girl's coat. She is seen rushing through the crowd, but the main character focuses in on this little girl's plight and puts a face to the horrific tragedy that is occurring all around him. For this project, we used 2 opposing colors to create an effect and opposite effect. We were attempting to see what changes would come forth by simply switching the colors around. Thanks for watching. For more information on color, you can visit the websites listed.